Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for a special pay-to-play money race that's hosted by the iRacing Superstock League. I'm your announcer, Atlee Weiss, and joining me tonight to call the action is my good friend and experienced iRacer, Joe Wright. Hey, Joe, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Atlee, I'm good, buddy. Can't wait to see some short track racing. Well, I guess it's super speedway for them in a sense, right? At Charlotte.
Pretty big for the street stocks, but still it should be exciting racing despite that. Charlotte, in my opinion, is one of, besides Daytona, is probably the second worldwide center of motorsports, and it should be exciting to watch. And there is a prize on the line, and I'll go over. So tonight we're going to have a 40-lap race with a maximum of 15 entries. So far, looks like we have 9 entries. So it's going to be, so the final payout, the winner is going to get big money, $150 in their bank account. Then second is going to get $100, and third is $75. Going to be 3 green, white, checkered attempts. And Joe, what should we be looking for here during this race, and what should we expect?
This race is going to look a lot like a super speedway race when it comes to like your cup cars. You're going to see a lot of drafting and stuff of that nature. These guys run flat out. They don't really have to lift. And we've seen in the past, I think we've done one other of these Charlotte races, Atlee, and I think in the past we saw a lot of good racing here. So.
It should be interesting to see what's going to happen so far. The qualifying results. It's Ian Martin with a 36.730. Second is Carl Stadden with a 36.799. Third is Matthew Mitchell with a 36.813. Fourth is William Alsala or Kala with a 36.847. And in fifth, it's Ryan Battle with a 36.889. So we're seeing some fast times that are in the 36, 7s, 8, and 9s. Oh. It should be interesting to see what some of the so we're gonna have a full payout for the first place driver. And qualifying is about to end here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And after a great race at Bristol, it's great to have some more racing action on a Sunday.
So right now we have, 11 drivers in the race at $25 a head, right?
So these drivers had to pay $25 to get in. And it should be worth it. Spending the $25 to get in, they can get much more than that by getting $150. Or $100 or $75 if you finish second or third. So we're gridding. And we are going to do... Oh, but first, we're going to...
All right, guys, really quick drivers meeting.
You got the drivers meeting right now?
iRacing controlled cautions, iRacing controlled lucky dogs, double file restarts, lap cars will restart in the rear, 3 green, white, checkered attempts, no passing before the start-finish line. You can pass the person that's directly beside you unless you are second place. The leader has to cross the line before second place, or second place will get penalized. Unless the leader misses a shift or doesn't go on the start for some reason, second place cannot pass the line before the leader. If you claim a caution that you caused tonight, you'll be sent to the rear. If you don't claim a caution that you caused, you will be penalized 1 position after the race. No passing below the line unless you are forced. You'll be put one position back if you're caught passing below the line. Tonight's payouts are 100 to win, 75 to second, 50 to third. We are broadcasting tonight. It's on Intensity Broadcasting, which is the people that normally do our Monday night broadcasting. So I will post the link to that in our group chat. And if you're not in the group chat, you can message me for the link after the race is over. Other than that, good luck, everybody. Have fun. Let's get this 40 laps over with.
All right, that was the drivers' meeting from the race director, Ian Martin. And the sponsor for tonight's race is going to be the iRacing Superstock League, because Monday is going to be a very special day because it's going to be the first race of Season 2 of the iRacing Superstock League.
And what a heck of a season we had last season with the iRacing Superstock League. It was a great time, Atlee. A great end of the season run by Mackenzie Brewer. Just fun to watch the whole season.
And I'm looking at the schedule here, and you couldn't have picked a better track to open up with. And tomorrow night, try to tune in, and we're going to be racing at one of my personal favorites from last season, Lanier.
Yeah, Lanier was a great race. That was the race where we had some tire strategy happening, as well as some really good racing.
And then I'll do the next 2 weeks. Week number 2 is going to be at another great track, New Smyrna, and then week number 3 is going to be at Concord. So the first 3 races already are looking fantastic. So that's our sponsor for the race, and they are free to enter, and it's going to be a $100 championship purse. It's fixed settings, and the qualifying always begins at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, and each night that they race. So you're starting.
We're coming out of 4 here.
Your starting order, I'll just do the top 2. Ian Martin in the 98 and Carl Staton in the 88. Pace car pulls in. Green flag is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Ian Martin gets the jump already over the 88 car. We're seeing some, and we've already drifted out to single file, but I don't think it's going to be for long, because one battle I'm going to be watching is going to be the 13 car for second place. Matthew Mitchell is up to the bumper on the 88.
Also look for some patience here right at the beginning. 40 laps in these is a little bit slower, so it might be a decently long race. I don't think there's any pit strategy involved in this. Atlee, what do you think?
I think we might see a little bit of early aggression, especially from Carl Staton, because he's right there.
Ooh, the one just got moved out of the way by the 16 there. Played him up the track and got underneath of him.
Looks like Ryan Battle's last name is coming into play, because he got him out there. But it looks like he's drifted back into the field, though. Unfortunate. He was up there in the field. Look at that. The 88 car is kissing the bumper of Ian Martin. He's there, but he has not completed the pass. Yes, here is the look at the cockpit cam. This is what it looks like at Carl Staton's, whether it's like a rig. And he can see that bumper of the 98 car. He's there. And it should be, he has a lot of race to complete the pass. So I think we should see some patience for him, waiting for the 98 car to make a mistake. That's the main thing that the 88 car is hoping for. Maybe he might overcorrect in the turns or something. Looking for those faults from the 98.
Yeah, we don't necessarily see those faults from Ian. He's a pretty darn good racer. I think they're going to have to team up to take this from him.
Because he has a lot of buddies. Oh, he's got a lot of buddies on the outside, and looks like the drivers behind him, the 9 and the 13 car. Now it's the 13 of Matthew Mitchell and the 16 of Ryan Battle, side by side into the turns. Looks like Ryan Battle clears him. Now it's the 9 car of William Alcala's driver to deal with. Ooh, caution is out.
Let's go see if we can figure out what happened there, Atlee. I don't see any incidents on the board right now, so I'm not
So,
sure what the caution was for.
looking at the overview of the field, and it was not in the first 10.
Maybe it was number 63, Travis Reese. Looked like he might have be off the pace. Go back and see. Oh yeah, he hit the inside wall.
Oh, Travis Reese. Rewind there. Oh. Oh yeah. It looks to
Wow.
be. He was racing with the 7 car of James Batzer. And I'm not sure if he pulled. Oh, okay. The 15 car got
Huge
right
wreck.
into.
It looked like he got pushed up the track initially, Atlee, and then came back down, maybe not knowing that the the 7 was there, and hit him in the side, and that started a chain reaction, which ended in him flipping.
Yeah, that was a crazy wreck. This isn't super speedway racing, but we're already seeing some flipping at Charlotte, though, yeah, technically it is super speedway racing for these street stocks, but disappointing there for Travis Reese here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He might need to use a reset after that one, and some of the other drivers that he made contact with might have a little bit of damage also. Did you see anybody else that might have gotten contact with him? Like maybe the 7 car?
Well, definitely the 7, maybe some side damage. And then I think somebody hits him, do they not? I want to say the 15 might have hit him as well.
All right.
Yep, it's the 15 hits him. And then the 15 hits the wall. The 15 will be using a reset for sure.
So 2 drivers using
Jonathan
a reset
Mitchum.
already. We're only a few laps in to this race. And so far it's been all Ian Martin, though we have seen some promise from Carl Staten, and Ryan Battle has also shown that he has had a fast car. And lights on the pace car have gone off, so here is your restart order. Starting in the first position is the 98 of Ian Martin. In
Yeah,
second,
so the 15 didn't use a reset. He still looks damaged to me. So that might cause some issues here. Same with the 63.
who knows why the decision was made.
Do they have any resets, Atlee, in this race?
So, yeah, he's got a lot of damage. I actually don't think they have resets. Yeah, I don't think they have resets. So anyway, in the third position, the 16 car of Ryan Battle. Fourth is the 9 car of William Alcala. In fifth, it's the 13 of Matthew Mitchell. In sixth, it's the 00 of Nicholas Rolstad. In seventh is the 1 car of Austin Craig. In eighth, it's the 15 of Jonathan Mitchum. In ninth, it's the 7 car of James Batzer. In 10th, it's the 63 of Travis Reese. And in 11th, it's the 76 of Ron Morris. Pace car is pulling in, and we should be getting ready. They're getting in. Green flags out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and another great jump by Ian Martin. Watch the battle. Here comes the 16 car of Ryan Battle, getting under the 88 of Carl Staten, making the pass for second and a potential gateway to passing the 98 car. Looks like he clears him. And who knows if the 88 will try to make a crossover in turns 3 and 4. He's there. Looks like the 16 is doing a good job blocking the 88 car.
Now you're seeing them kind of back up from Ian here and try to get a run on him. I wouldn't be surprised if those guys make a move to the outside. We'll see what happens. Oh, he tried it. It looked like he blocked it, though.
Really, if Ian Martin leads this whole time, really the only way somebody might could win is if we see a train of drafting street stocks. And who knows if the 88 of Carl Staton is willing to push the 16 car up past Ian Martin. Or maybe Ryan Battle could get past Ian.
The 88 just got shuffled out.
Ooh. Yep, he's side by side over here with the 1 car of Austin Craig.
So look for that 16 to push Ian out here as far as he can push him away from everybody. Back off and get a run, and maybe the 88 will help. We'll see what happens. I would look for them making a move on that outside, though.
Right now, the 88 is desperate. He's quickly losing positions. Now he's side by side with Matthew Mitchell, and we saw the 1 car of Austin Craig get a little bit loose in the turns. On Austin Craig, he's trying to get up there to the 9 car of William Alcala, and we'll see if that ensues into a battle. And William Alcala, he's right behind Ryan Battle, so everybody is within, not even, they're inches from each other. They're very close. The top 6 is very close to each other. Oh no! 13 car got into the 88 car of Carl Staton. Great save though by the 88 car. There's the 16 car on the bumper of the 88. He's still got a lot of racing left.
So there's a lot of risk at lead too for the 16, right? So he's locked into a money position right now, right? If he jumps outside and nobody goes with him, you saw where the 88 went. He goes to the back. That's a non-money paying position. So those are things you're taking into consideration. Now, me as a racer, I'm going for that top paycheck. We've talked about this before in our money races, but you know, I want my money.
True, but if he can't do it, I'm sure right now, William Alcala, he's there. I'm sure he also wants the $100. He might try to make a move for second.
Yep.
So who knows so far.
16 is eating up Ian's bumper, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
he was moving him around in that last corner.
If he can get a good run up on, he might try to bump and run him. Potentially, if he really wants it. And these guys are fighting for $100. Oh, there goes the 1 car of Austin Craig. Gets under the line. He has not passed the 9 car yet, but they're still side by side. And this right here is all this pass that Austin Craig is trying to complete is for a money position, but looks like William Alcala is staying in the 3rd position. Oh, there's the 16 car right on the bumper of the 98.
There he goes. Oh, if you got to keep that going, the 9 was going with you.
Ian Martin.
Should have went for it. You had it.
Come on, 16.
Oh, one's on the inside.
This is for a money position again. Here goes the 1 car. And he got it. So right now he's locked in at $50, knocking out the 9 car of William Alcala. So if he doesn't move up any positions, the 1 car at least will get some money after making that move. But it is still early in this race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Daddy. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh! Got the rear quarter panel. He saved it, but here comes the 16 car. This is for $100. Wow, he cleared him. That was impressive by Ian Martin, saving his first position.
Those 2 saves in a row, Allie. Once onto the apron and then once up the track, too. These guys are hungry. They're not letting them have it for free.
The 16 car is going to try to get him again. That bumper's probably going to be very damaged after this race.
Be a worn out bumper after this one. What a race.
Here comes the 1 car. Ooh, the 1 car of Austin Craig gave Ryan Battle a little tap there. and that propelled him backwards. So now it's the 98 and the 16. 98 is gonna. Oh, he moves high.
No, that's a strategy. He's diving on that corner, try to get a run down in through the corner on him here.
It could work. I could see
It
how
looks like he closed that gap pretty fast there.
16 cars right there, still eating up that bumper of the 98 car. So Joe, if you're the leader, what is going to be going through your head right now? So if you're Ian Martin, what would be going through your head?
I'm hugging that blue line like he's been doing, and I'm driving in my mirror. You spend more time in your mirror than you do looking forward at this point, because you're worried about those guys getting runs and dipping outside, and spending time trying to get rid of you. And Ian's pretty smart to it so far, but 16 is eating that bumper up. It's not going to be long before we see something crazy or something bad happen here. Here we go. There it is.
Oh, the one car spun out. Ryan Battle. He pulled down. What happened? Whoa.
Ryan went up the track and then came back across his front bumper. I'm not sure what happened
Let's
there.
see. Did he pull up or did the one car pull down?
Yeah, so 16 goes outside, but one didn't go with him.
Looks like.
And then it's kind of a racing deal at that point, but it's a 16 still comes back left. I think he expects to still be clear of the one, but the one had position. So.
And then that's how it resulted in. Luckily, a lot of other drivers made it by, but the 00 was not fortunate. And same thing with the 13. And the 00 got on his lid.
Woo.
And the 7 car of James Batzer.
Oh, some flying street stocks right there. Woo.
And
they're all on pit road.
They're probably going to need to fix up their cars after that one. And it'll probably take a while too. Sometimes if you have a lot of damage on your car, it takes like 5 or 6 minutes sometimes. And that's definitely frustrating.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from race control yet. So
I wonder who
looks like we might have about 4 cars that are either out of the race or.
The 98 car faked Austin Craig. Watch this. Into going into the pits. So the 98 made it look like he was going into the pits. And then right when they were there, he faked it. And looks like Austin Craig had nowhere to go but on to pit road. That was a nice little trick in the book there by Ian Martin.
I think the one might have had a little damage from that wreck, so I think he's going down to try to get it fixed too, Atlee. So, but it did look like he faked him out, didn't he? Took his shorts right off him.
So the 1 car is the first car to make it off of pit road still. Those 4 cars are still waiting. So this has helped a lot of drivers. And Travis Reese, in the beginning, he got in that wreck and he was all the way in the back of the pack. But now, right now he's in 4th. So that helped. This caution helped some of those back cars a lot that weren't involved in the caution. Of course, Ian wasn't involved in the caution, but some of those drivers that missed it definitely have benefited, like. Let's talk about this track, Charlotte Motor Speedway. It opened in 1960 by Bruton Smith and NASCAR driving legend Curtis Turner with the running of the longest stock car race in history, the World 600. The Charlotte Motor Speedway closed before it would ultimately become the home track of so many NASCAR teams. Just the year after the first race, the 1.5-mile oval track was in bankruptcy, done in by a huge infield rock formation that ballooned construction costs far beyond what its 2 founders had forecasted. Looks like the lights on the pace car have gone off, so
That seems like a common theme with the racetracks, Atlee. People expecting it to cost one thing to build them, and then it turns out ballooning into something more. That's why, what was it?
Chicago?
No, Darlington has its weird shape, right? Because they had to change the turn because they ran out of money.
Huh. I'll have to look into that. That's an interesting theory, or it might be true. Anyway,
I also know that they had to build it different because there was a pond nearby as well, right?
in the middle of the track, right? Anyway, Ian Martin in the 98 and the 88 of Carl Stanton fighting for $100. Like you said, they probably won't want. They'll probably not settle for the 75. They want that 100. The fight for $100 halfway.
It's like Battle's got a new car. He's 2 laps down though.
Green flag is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Ian Martin already gets the jump. The 9 car and the 63 car side by side going into the turns. 63 of Travis Reese and the 9 car of William Alcala. Will the 9 car clear him? Looks like he does. Another battle ensuing. Here is the 15 car. And the 76, looks like the 76 passed him. Now it's the 1 car of Austin Craig's job to pass the 15 car. Now we are single file back up to the leader. Carl Stanton is rubbing on that bumper of the 98. Oh, he got low there and he tried to get under him, but
I think the 9 got under the 88 and looked like a pass in the grass. Looked like Dale Earnhardt Sr. there for a second.
Do we have a new intimidator in this iRacing pay-to-win race? Who knows? The 88 car is going to try to get him. Again, by the end of this race, we're going to probably see another bump and run. Because these drivers want that $100. Normally in the races, it's for points, but the 63 car
6-3 in the inside wall, hard.
Looks like he wasn't in the way of anyone.
Caution's out.
All right, caution is out. Watch this here. So either the 63 slowed down or hit on the brakes, or the 1 car bumped him, but the 63 hard plow into the wall. The 1 car barely squeaked through, and then he hit those yellow cans. And the entire front end of Travis Reese's car is torn. This is going to be good for some of those cars that were involved in that previous wreck to catch back up and try to get back on the lead lap. Still, so far, it's been all Ian Martin here. But we've seen a few different drivers trying to overcome the 98 car. So, Joe, do you think tires are going to play a role in this?
I don't think tires are an issue here, Atlee. I think the biggest issue is keeping your car clean so you can be there at the end and have a shot at this thing. We're 26 laps in right now. By the time they go back to green, they're going to probably have 12 or 11 or 12 to go, and it's going to be go time. I seriously think the only way to get by Ian is going to be everybody to line up on the outside and go on by him together. Otherwise, he's just going to stay there. And it's going to be hard to move him out the way. 88 was doing a good job getting him pushed up the track a little bit, but I don't think you have enough of the run once you bump somebody in these cars to bump and then run. I think that bump slows you down as much as it does the guy in front of you.
Looks like the 7 of James Batzer is getting his lap back. Saw him fly on the outside of the pace car.
Yeah, the 16 of Battle. The 00 of Rolstad. Both 2 laps down.
And then Travis Reese. And then Matthew Mitchell, 3 laps down.
Looks like Travis is on that pit road there, still getting prepared.
Yeah, that was a pretty big accident. Tore off his entire front end. So it'll probably take a while since there's no resets for Travis. Looks like the 16 car of Ryan Battle is going back in. So after that, construction and the two founders, the costs were far beyond their forecast. Almost 60 years later after that, nearly everything is different at the track. There's more than 89,000 seats at the racetrack, which was the first super speedway. It was also the first super speedway to install lights for night racing. It was the first racetrack to incorporate a condominium apartment complex overlooking the racing service. That would be very cool to live in one of those condominiums. You could see all the racing that goes on at the racetrack, and there's a lot every year. So if you're a racing fan, move into one of those condominiums. That would be really cool. And it was also the first to build an office complex with the same view as the condominiums, and it was the first racetrack to sell naming rights, as it sold its name to Lowe's, and at the time, at some point, it was called Lowe's Motor Speedway. And it was also the first to open a year-round club where members can spectate during races and socialize with fellow club members at other times. So it's in the infield area. And everything is very different from 1960 except for one thing, and that Charlotte Motor Speedway is still owned by its original owner, Bruton Smith. These days, Charlotte Motor Speedway is the queen of a publicly traded motorsports empire controlled by Smith. Ousted from the track in 1962, Smith went on to a successful career in automotive retailer, and by 1975 he was able to buy back control, with the legendary H.A. Humpy Wheeler managing the day-to-day operations and promoting the races with flair and imagination. The track was soon among the most successful in the world, and it's very successful in iRacing too. Your top five, we got your entire starting order. Starting in the first position is the 98 of Ian Martin. In second, it's the 88 of Carl Staten. Third is the 9 car of William Alcala. Fourth is the 76 of Ron Morris. Fifth is the 15 of Jonathan Mitchum. Sixth is the number 1 car of Austin Craig. Seventh is the 7 car of James Batzer. Eighth is the 16 car of Ryan Battle. Ninth is the 00 of Nicholas Rolstad. 10th is the 13 of Matthew Mitchell. And 11th is the 63 of Travis Reese. Ian Martin has led all 28 of the laps. His fastest lap was actually not the fastest lap of the race. The fastest lap of the race belongs to, let's see, it belongs to James Batzer. He had a 36.360. But
Pace car's off.
Green flags out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and already another great restart for Ian Martin, taking off from the 88 side by side for second place, the 9 car and the 88 car. This is a money position that they're fighting for, and for them, they'd rather have 75 than 50. Even if they can't reach Ian Martin, they'd much rather have 75. So the 9 car of William Alcala, he's trying to get under the 88 of William Staten, and he does now. The 15 car of Jonathan Mitch is trying to get the $50. Still a lot of money.
I don't see those guys settling for that, Atlee. I see him going for this lead right here. This is going to have a head of steam coming to Ian. I would go outside off this corner. Let's go, boys.
Ooh, I don't know. The 9 car of William Alcala. He's there.
Nope. Looks like they're going to tuck right in behind him.
It's 10 laps to go, and they don't have but so much time left. Time's a ticking for the 9 car and the 88 car and the other cars behind Ian Martin. And Ian Martin, he has a very high iRating, 5,008. So you'd expect for him to be a very skilled iRacer if he has that high of an iRating. But these...
Getting a little bit of blinking from the 9.
Ooh, that might cause a problem for the 8 car. Oh! The 15 car went high. He's
still 2 laps down, I believe. Yep. Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, he is. No, he's not. Nope, I lied. 15's in this one. Ooh, the 1 dipped underneath of him, though.
So that is not... Look at here, the 98
Austin
car.
Craig.
Look at that, doing a great job. But he is a little bit worried. He can see the cars behind him. And he'll try to do his best, trying to block them from trying. The 9 car, really all he can do is try to... The 9 is blinking crazily. And I'm sure that is very hard for the 88 of Carl Staton. We call those people. Oh. And the 9 car. Yeah.
We called that one with the blinking. We knew something bad was going to happen with that.
So the 88 was right on him. Right on his bumper. And he was on the bumper of the 98. And then he blinked. And then a few seconds later, he disappeared. And then he blinked. And then you saw him flipping across the track. That is very confusing to have the car in front of you be blinking constantly.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Atlee. For those of the viewers out there that don't know what blinking is people having problems. It could be a number of things. It could be a processor or memory in the computer. It could be an internet connection issue. But what they blink out is the sim losing some sort of data about the car and its position on track. And then, as you just saw, he popped back on track in a different position than maybe what he once was before that, and which is why when he blinked back in, he becomes solid again, and then the 88 gets into him. And
it is so confusing for the driver behind the blinker, and you can't help but feel sorry for Carl Staton. He had to deal with William Alcala.
it's unfortunate for Alcala because, when you have these issues like this, especially when you don't have them all night and then all of a sudden it starts happening, you're not sure what to attribute that issue with and how to fix it. So this can be frustrating things for iRacers. It's one of the main complaints when it comes to any online racing is the lag portion of it.
Because it's very concentrated on moving fast and moving very quickly. And if your screen starts to stutter or lag, it can be very, very confusing for the driver, and that can lead to accidents. And
because everything's within inches and millimeters, and you're within inches of another car. You're pushing on them. You're making moves, and any stutter or any technical issue puts you at a disadvantage to begin with. But then you get into a situation like the 88 just had, where the guy in front of him just goes away, and now you really got to be worried because you don't know where he's going to come back at.
So it's really hard for both parties. Frustrating for the person who is having the problems, and then for the person behind him. And it might have been also hard for maybe even Ian, because he didn't know where he was and he had a hard time blocking him.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, iRacing does some patch notes and stuff and helps make it. And right now is one of the most perfect times to join iRacing. I'm going to do a little bit of promotion for it. About $15 a month. And it's a racing fan's dream. 80 plus cars, 80 plus tracks. And right now is the most perfect time because they've implemented tire set limits, and they've just added North Wilkesboro. And for retro fans out there, they're adding a 1987 Monte Carlo and a 1987 Thunderbird. So there's a lot to look forward to if you're an iRacer or if you want to be an upcoming iRacer. And you can work your way up the ranks from rookie class. There's a lot you can do. You can race, you can time trial, you can practice, and you can race in stuff like this. Again, the iRacing Superstock League race tomorrow is free to enter, and it'll just be open for everyone to join.
It looks like we're gonna have our first green-white checker attempt here, Atlee.
1 out of the 3 if we have another caution, which could be possible if these drivers are going to be competitive. Then we'll have 2 more to use.
I believe this is going to be. I'm not positive though.
And another cool part about Charlotte is all of its configurations. We got the Roval. One time I stopped by Charlotte just on a weekday, and they were racing these just sports cars out there. There's the Roval, and then we've had a race before in the street stocks where we raced at the Legends Oval, and that is very challenging for these drivers. And there's also a dirt track for dirt fans out there. So Charlotte has a lot to offer in terms.
It's actually not going to be an attempt at a green-white, but it's going to be a green-white checker. So we'll still, if they wreck in the next 2 laps, we'll still have 3 more attempts to go with.
Anyway, if you're in the North Carolina area, definitely give some of the local short tracks and Charlotte Motor Speedway. There's some other great tracks, Hickory. There's Bowman Gray Stadium. So there's North Carolina is the motorsports capital of the world, or at least in the United States. Anyway, the restart order got Ian Martin in the first position. Second place is going to be Carl Staton. In third, it's going to be Austin Craig. Fourth is going to be Jonathan Mitchum. And fifth is going to be Ron Morris. Sixth is going to be James Batzer. Seventh is William Alcala. In eighth, it's Ryan Battle. In ninth, it's Nicholas Rolstad. And in 10th, it's Matthew Mitchell. Only 6 cars are on the lead lap, from Ian Martin to James Batzer. Still, hopefully this is going to be competitive. This time by, it's going to be 2 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we are green flag racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in that restone zone. Here goes the 1 car under the 88 of Carl Staton for a $75 position. Now he's going to try to get up to that $100. Ian Martin right now is in the position for the $100. Who is going to try to take it away from him? Got the 1 car. He is there. He's gonna have to do something. He's got 1 more lap.
Oh, we got a wreck.
Oh, caution is out.
Looks like the 76 Atlee.
76. We'll get an instant replay. There. Looks like he was battling with the 15 of Jonathan Mitchum. So here it is. It was in the turns. 76 was on the bottom. The 16
was Ryan Battle.
Oh yeah, Ryan Battle is up there. And either the 76 slowed down, or
I think the 16 just got a run on him and moved him up the track a little bit. And then 76 came back across his nose here in a second.
He's there on the bumper. And here is when he goes across the nose of Here is when he goes across the nose. 16 pulls up. Ooh. And then it goes downhill from there. some nice contact from, but that is a good looking car, the 76 car, the yellow and the blue. That might be my favorite paint scheme out of all of these cars. So now this is gonna be our first green-white checkered attempt.
That is correct.
So our top 3 from the last restart remain, and top 3 are very fast. The one car didn't try to do anything in that initial restart, but lucky for him, he's going to have another chance to get past the 98 of Ian Martin. And same thing with Carl Staton as well, who is also in a close position. The cool thing about the iRacing Superstock League is that it's for anyone. It's a lot of amateurs that are in like rookie class enter them. That it might be like one of their first ever races, joining in like a public race. And we see some stars shine. Like last season, Mackenzie Brewer did really well. We saw Michael Rosero, Tyler Tomasi, some of the drivers, and season 2 is going to be another opportunity for some drivers. We know the regulars, but maybe we might see some more drivers come out. And a lot of our drivers that did win races didn't join until like halfway through the season, so hopefully some of those later in the season just joined winners will race every race this time. Yep. 8 races with the season finale at its 100 laps at the Las Vegas Bull Ring. And at the end, another thing that's going to determine points, you get to drop your 2 worst races. So that should help some drivers that might have had a bunch of good races the entire season, but might have had 2 stinkers, or might have had to miss a week for personal problems. And in the points, they'll get rid of each of the drivers' 2 worst races. And the lights on the pace car have gone off, so here is your restart order. Starting in the first position is the 98 of Ian Martin. In second is the 1 car of Austin Craig. In third is the 88 of Carl Staton. In fourth is the 15 of Jonathan Mitchum. In fifth is the 7 of James Batzer. In sixth, it's the 9 car of William Alcala. In seventh, it's the 76 car of Ron Morse. In eighth, it's the 16 of Ryan Battle. In ninth, it's the 00 of Nicholas Rolstad. And in 10th, it's the 13 car of Matthew Mitchell. And 6 cars are going to be on the lead lap from Ian Martin to William Alcala. Those 6 cars are still in contention to win this race, and it's anybody's game. This is going to be attempt number 1 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I think these guys got to tighten these restarts up. You see a lot of bumping and banging on the restarts, and I think it's costing some of the guys some speed and being able to actually race Ian for the lead here on the outside. But
every time Ian seems to get the jump, so let's see if the 1 car Austin Craig can get a good jump on the restart and clear him in the turns.
Pace car's off.
Green flag is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and another big jump for Ian Martin. Looks like the battle for the $50 spot. The 15 car is trying to get past the 88 of Carl Staton, but looks like he clears him. And here's the look back up front at the 98 car. The 6. Anyway, then Austin Craig only has a few more laps. Anybody gonna join him up there to try to get the lead? No. He is there on the bumper. He tapped it. I see the 1, 2, 3 modified rule. Tapped it again. Going into the turns, Ian Martin still has the lead. Onto the straightaway, Austin Craig in the second position. Will anybody try to help? He's on the bumper. Who is going to join them up there? No one. It's going to be up to him in the turns, trying to get Ian Martin. He is there. On the bumper, gave him a few taps. He's high. Oh, looks like Ian Martin is your winner here. Oh, he tried. And he just pulls through the grass. Ian Martin wins the $100 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And look at that finish. The one car tried to pull down and spin him out. And he was close to the bumper, but not close enough. Ian Martin wins the $100. Austin Craig wins $75. And Carl Staton wins $50. And then the next few drivers, and we'll pull up the final results. So coming from the Carolina iRacing Club, if we have any Carolina people watching right now, Ian Martin is representing your club. Got two Florida guys behind him, and the number 1 car of Austin Craig. And in third place, it's Carl Staton. And fourth, it's the 15 car of Jonathan Mitchum. Fifth is the 7 car of James Batzer. In sixth, it's the 9 car of William Alcala. Seventh is the 76 car of Ron Morris. In eighth, it's the 16 of Ryan Battle. In ninth, it's the 00 of Nicholas Rolstad. 10th is the 13 of Matthew Mitchell. And then in 11th, it was the 63 of Travis Reese. Great racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thank you for joining us here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the special pay-to-play money race again, hosted by the iRacing Superstock League. Congratulations again to Ian Martin for winning the $100 payout, and also congratulations to Austin Craig and Carl Staton for winning the $75 and the $50. Again, I'm at Landman Weiss, and I am being joined tonight again by Joe Wright. Please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And also, we have a website at www.intensitybroadcasting.com, and you can contact us on your Facebook or our website if you want us to announce your league. Right now, it looks like our Sundays are open. So we have a Sunday slot, so if you have an iRacing league, we are willing to announce it. And we'll hopefully see you guys out here on Monday night.
Absolutely. We'll see you Monday, Atlee.
All right. So make sure to join us here at the iRacing Super Stock League. It's going to be at Lanier 75 laps. So anyway, hope to see you next time, and over and out.